Okay, so lying down with your legs nice and long, you've got your shoulders nice and relaxed, pulling armpits to hips to keep length in your neck, your forehead is resting on your hands. Take an inhale for a nice big breath. On your exhale, tuck your pelvis, pull your belly button up off the floor and squeeze those glutes. Ball is there to keep your ankles on, you don't have to squeeze it. Inhale, abs and tuck, and squeeze your glutes. Once you've got your glute function, if it feels good, go ahead and squeeze the ball as well. Inhale, nice big breath. Exhale, abs in and squeeze your glutes. If you don't have a ball at home, you can use a rolled up towel or a pillow. Inhale, abs in, tuck your pelvis and squeeze your glutes. Inhale, your feet stay on the floor. Draw your belly button to your spine and tuck your bum under. You're tucking it and squeezing those glutes. Inhale, nice big breath. Your belly button comes off the floor as if there's a pin pricking into your belly button from the mat, and you squeeze those glutes. Inhale, take a big breath. Use the shush. You can hear Clara's got a good shush. She's activating her abs, pulling them up and squeezing those glutes. Inhale, relax your shoulders. Exhale, abs up, tuck your pelvis and fire those glutes. Inhale, remember to leave your feet down. If you're lifting your feet at home, it means you're trying to use your lower back. Abs in and glutes on. Inhale, relax your quads. Exhale, abs in, glutes on. Inhale, feet stay heavy, quads off, abs up, tuck your pelvis and fire your glutes. Now really start to think about them. Inhale, pull your abs up, tuck your pelvis and squeeze your glutes. It's lengthening out your lower back. You're coming out of the sway in your back. Inhale, abs in, glutes on. So tuck, 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 pulling your tailbone down towards your ball. Inhale, abs in, tuck and squeeze. If you have a sore lower back, this should feel really nice when you're tucked. Inhale, abs up, tuck your pelvis and squeeze those glutes, leaving your feet down. Inhale, nice big breath. Abs up, tuck and squeeze. Inhale, relax your shoulders. Belly button to spine and fire those glutes. Inhale, relax. Abs and tuck hard, so really fire those glutes. Inhale, take your big breath. Use the exhale to pull your belly button off the floor and stretching out through those hip flexors and hips. Inhale. When you inhale, soften your neck and shoulders. Exhale and fire those glutes. Inhale, feet stay heavy, quads are relaxed, abs in, tuck, squeeze and hold. Now hold your glute squeeze, hold your tucked pelvis and relax your shoulders. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to do 5 more. Take your inhale. Squeeze those glutes. Inhale, relax. Abs in, tuck your pelvis, squeeze those glutes. Inhale, relax. Abs in, tuck, fire those glutes and feet stay down. Inhale properly. Abs in, glutes on. Think that each glute feels the same. They're both firing well. Inhale to relax. Feet stay heavy. Abs and glutes on and hold. Hold those glutes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release off. Now from here, leave the ball on the floor. Put your heels together and bring your legs up. Now your knees are just inside the mat, about the width of your Pilates mat. Everyone will be different on this one. If you feel like you can put your knees quite wide and it doesn't feel tight, go ahead and do that. but otherwise you need to have them in closer so that you can tuck your pelvis, okay? So it feels like a kind of like a froggy position. So knees are apart, but heels are together. So inhale here. Exhale, you're trying to tuck your pelvis, squeeze your glutes, and leave your knees on the floor. Inhaling to relax. Abs in, tuck your pelvis and squeeze your glutes, leaving your knees down. This should be a really good stretch through the hip flexors and hips. Inhale. Abs in, find your glute squeeze. You've got to really work for this glute squeeze and you can't lift your knees. Inhale, relax your neck and shoulders. Abs up and fire those glutes. So really getting through the pelvis and the hips for a stretch. Inhale. Abs up, glutes on, belly button to spine. Inhale to relax. Abs and glutes on. If your hammies start to get tight, you soften your heels and use the inhale to relax your hamstrings. And on your exhale, think just glutes, just glutes, just glutes, just glutes. Inhale to relax. Abs up, glutes on. You can see Claire is lifting her tummy off the floor and tucking her pelvis. Inhale. Abs and tuck, pubic bone to floor. Belly button to spine. Inhale, abs and tuck, squeeze and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So here is your time that you could adjust your legs. If you wanted them wider, you could go wider if you've started to get a good stretch. Otherwise, if it feels pretty tight, just stay where you are. They should be at the edge of the mat or just inside the mat, depending on how you're feeling and how tight this is. Take an inhale. Abs and tuck and squeeze your glutes. Inhale, relax. Abs up and squeeze those glutes. Inhale properly, soften your neck. Tuck your pelvis and squeeze those glutes. That looks great. Inhale, soften your neck and shoulders. Belly button to spine. Tuck pubic bone to floor and fire those glutes. Inhale. Abs in, tuck, squeeze your glutes and hold again. Leave your knees down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We've got 5 more. Relax your neck. Abs in, squeeze your glutes. Inhale through your nose. Abs in, squeeze your glutes. Inhale, relax. Exhale, squeeze. Use the shush to get your abs to jump up off the mat towards your spine. Inhale, relax. Exhale, squeeze those glutes. Inhale, relax. Abs up, squeeze. Inhale, relax. Tuck hard, stretch out through those hip flexors and hold that tuck. 10, 9, 8, 7, relax your neck and shoulders. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax down.